Excellencies, partners, friends, brothers and sisters of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I would like to thank you for joining us today. And let me start off by giving a big thank you to our Romanian friends for such a big and amazing hospitality. You were too kind and gracious. And I have a second appreciation to do, which is to a dear friend to all of us. This friend, through his leadership and friendship in the past 8 years, have led the ITU to success. And we definitely count on another 4 years of success with his successors. This dear friend to all of us is Secretary General, His Excellency Zhao. Thank you, my dear friend. And on behalf of all of the members and the council members, we fully appreciate what you have done. And we definitely wish all the success to the successors to carry on this endeavor. Let me answer 3 questions today, because I'm mindful that you have been to a number of receptions. We're going to answer why the ITU, why the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the ITU Council, and why now. Why the ITU? The world is facing unprecedented change and challenges. We're talking about food security, supply chain disruptions, and the carryover of COVID. And indeed, with digitalization, the work that all of you have done and continue to do have demonstrated it's not only about connecting the unconnected or about inclusion or about sustainable growth, but it's about challenging inequality. It's making sure that we have women representation on the table. It's making sure that we push forward the agenda of youth, and we make sure that we can reach a net zero world powered by data and AI. And this presents me to why Saudi Arabia. Why Saudi Arabia for the ITU Council? If we talk about inclusion, it's in partnership with you, General Secretary Zhao, and Doreen on the Equals program that we have pushed the agenda on women empowerment. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, arguably, it has been one of the most audacious reform programs when it comes to women empowerment. We have jumped from 7% to 30.5% in terms of women empowerment in tech, surpassing both the EU, the G20 average, and even more recently, the Silicon Valley average. This is testimony that we are here to walk the talk and to continue partnering with you on the Equals program, Doreen and the rest of the team, to make sure that we keep pushing the needle. And within that, we have launched recently the Saudi Codes program to touch 1 million youth and women in coding. And in this event, it gives me great pleasure that we're going to continue this program with a 3x fold to make sure that the Arab, the African, and the developing world is powered with digital to make sure that we tackle this inequality. When it comes to youth, we have tripled in terms of entrepreneurship, in terms of unicorns, in terms of VC funding, and we have allocated recently about a $500 million fund, the National Technology Development Program, to make sure that we carry with us co-founders from the region to make sure that we tackle things such as EdTech, such that no child is left behind in education. And as a result of that, co-founders from Middle East and Africa joined hands to make sure that they power up not only 6 million students in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but close to 20 million students in more than 30 countries in the region. We've done a similar thing when it comes to health tech, in which we have delivered 50 million virtual consultation to make sure that our loved ones receive care outside of the ICU room during the most difficult times. With regards to walking the talk on connecting the unconnected, I remember with you, Secretary General Zhao, during the G20 2020, we had a dialogue on as a bilateral, and I asked you the question, when can we close down this digital divide? And you came back to said to me, by 2030, and we co-funded a study to articulate the policies and the funding required to make it happen, and we're walking the talk. As a matter of fact, last year we have invested $200 million with OneWeb to bring this capability with LEO constellations to connect the unconnected within Middle East and Africa. On making sure that we deliver green and a sustainable world, we have done so with regards to a $5 billion investment in green hydrogen and in planetary computing capabilities to make sure that we move to a net zero world based on data and facts, powered by data and technology. Why Saudi Arabia now? The next 4 years, and I would argue the next 8 years, are going to be so existential and detrimental to us, all of us delivering the UN SDGs. And this promise of the SDGs coincides with Saudi's Vision 2030. So if you want a reliable, trusted partner with you, not only for the next 4 years, but on the long run to deliver the SDGs, it is the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I want to thank you so much for coming today. Thank you.